Hey, good morning, folks. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here. Welcome to the MLive Morning Weather Update. Yeah, I've been getting some emails today, as a matter of fact. It just hit you. Are we ever going to see the sunshine again? Yes, I'm issuing the first ever sunshine warning because, can our eyes even handle it if the sun comes out? And that is going to be one of the products of a abnormally warm pattern that is developing now. Now, we're here in Michigan, so we always get, can I say the word screwed? We always get screwed on sunshine. And we will probably at some point in this coming warming trend, so we don't get the entirely sunny days that they might get a couple of states away from the Great Lakes. But certainly it does look like we will have some sunshine. And that's it that we're talking about. We're going to talk about actually a few things. Sunshine, fairly mild to warm temperatures for this time of the year. And also, we got to start to look at when's the shoe going to drop. And is it going to be a big shoe or just a little shoe? As far as when does winter return? We know winter has to return. And it will. And we're starting to see signs that about mid-February, which seems very logical. You probably don't need a meteorologist to tell you that, but it seems like something's starting to shape up for some sort of change back to winterish type weather mid-February. But will it be 1 week of winter like we had in January, or will it be, here we go with full-blown winter? I don't think it'll be the full-blown winter thing at all. So we'll look at that in a bit. But first, let's start off with the satellite picture. And the sunshine is close. Now here in Michigan, we're still socked in by fog. Some places are still looking at a quarter-mile visibility or so. So, it's still kind of on the cloudy side for most of us. But you see the breaks off to the west, and as this high pressure builds in, we should start to gradually see more sunshine. I think we could see some sun tomorrow. Friday would be more likely, and then definitely Saturday and Sunday should have several hours of strong sunshine during the day. So we start, I like to start with the most important thing we got, and that is the sunshine forecast. So here it is. This is the total cloud cover forecast. Okay? And the darker areas, I guess you'd call that kind of a darkish gray, blue, black. Those are less clouds. So we're into tomorrow, and there could be some breaks in the clouds tomorrow. But notice the area of clear skies up in Canada. It was in the 70s yesterday in Saskatchewan. It was warmer in Saskatchewan yesterday than it was in some parts of the southeast U.S. Now, this is Saturday morning. So, again, few patches of clouds, but a good chance that you'll have a lot of sunshine. This is Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon's forecast should read mostly sunny. Saturday evening. Sunday afternoon should read mostly sunny, and it would be a rarity, but maybe we could see the text in the forecast say sunny on Sunday. Monday, maybe some sunshine areas. And then, next week could be random pockets of sunshine. We're into Wednesday, we're into Thursday. Eventually, we'll get a storm system heading our way. But the point is, you better find your sunglasses, because will our eyes be able to handle it, or will you walk outside and all of a sudden your eyeballs fry because you haven't seen the sun? The National Weather Service in Grand Rapids, by the way, is indicating to us that they feel like it might be the second cloudiest January on record of them keeping records. I am really upset with the government, the National Weather Service, and meteorology. We had these sunshine sensors at almost all of the National Weather Service offices. A really easy observation to tally. It did it for us. A person didn't really tally much. And they got rid of those years ago, and there's a handful of them around the country. Fortunately, the National Weather Service at Grand Rapids kept their sunshine sensor, so that's the only place we get a good tally of sunshine. And they're saying, we didn't have much in January, and we, of course, know that that is true. All right, so let's look at the forecast. Tomorrow, there's a little bit of a wind, so maybe we get the fog gone, maybe we get some sunshine. Hey, good morning, Bruce Lundy. Good morning, William Milam from Virginia. Good morning. Pamela Todoroff loves the sunshine graphs. Good morning. Angela Strobel-Pinder, thanks for watching. And Melinda Peak, thanks for watching. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with the MLive Morning Weather Update. Maybe this is the first time watching Larry West. I don't think so, though. And this is how we do it. So we're into Friday. Good travel conditions. We're into Saturday. Saturday morning, what you see there is a high-pressure center right over, let's say, Bay City. That tends to be, if we didn't get trapped lake clouds or a low fog layer, that tends to be an entirely sunny forecast. And, we modify it for winter here in Michigan. It means we get some sun, but probably not an entire day, but possible. This is Sunday. Also, no storm systems. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. No storm systems. This is Wednesday of next week. Next chance of precipitation, maybe toward the later end of next week. And this is showing that as that storm system pulls up to our west, we could get into a southwesterly flow. At some point, I feel like at some point next week, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, we will have many places in the 50s. Chloe Valentine, travel for tonight into the thumb. Fog, that's just about it, and that should be less and less, so you're probably looking at pretty good. All right, look at these temperatures. Highs today. Bear in mind, we're at the bottom of the trough as far as the average high temperature, about 30 in the south to 30 Flint, Saginaw, Grand Rapids to mid to upper 20s northern lower Michigan and the UP. So 38 is mild. 42 in Grand Rapids is actually fairly warm. That's 12 degrees warmer than normal. 47 tomorrow in Grand Rapids. That's warm. You got to admit that. For February 1st, that's warm. I don't think it's a record high temperature. Usually record highs are about 25 degrees plus or minus above normal. Now, Friday could back into a northeast wind, could cool us a touch, 30s, but still warmer than normal. Saturday, Grand Rapids 43, Ann Arbor, Detroit 41, Flint 40, Saginaw area maybe 40. Sunday in the 40s, maybe some upper 40s. Monday, 40s south half, mid to upper 30s north half. Next Tuesday, all of lower Michigan and the UP in the 40s. It depends on the wind direction this time of the year. You get a northeast wind, we cool down to the 30s, still warmer than normal. And then next Thursday and next Friday, whenever we get ahead of that next storm system, if it brings us a southwesterly wind, we will get into the 50s, probably from Saginaw, Midland, Mount Pleasant, and points southward. And Traverse City, northern lower Michigan will be in the 40s. Hey, ice fishermen, ice fisherwomen, it's not going to be safe for you. All right, so now what we're going to look at finally is, when does the shoe drop? We know, it's always the mentality of a lot of folks that weather always evens out. It doesn't always even out. It's a good concept. It tries to even out, but we've input things into our atmosphere that have made the closed system have some things added, of course, like pollutions and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, you're thinking to yourself, man, we're really warm in early February. That means we got to be just extremely bad in late February, early March. Not necessarily the case. We will have a change. We will have a flip-flop, but the question is, will it be a weak flip-flop that lasts for a week and then we start marching into a spring pattern, or will it be a month of snowstorms? In this year, with El Nino still imparting its warming situation, global warming, and not much of a cold blob up in the Arctic, it's hard for me to envision the second half of February and all of March being all more like winter than what January was. But we do know that some sort of shoe is going to drop. It's just how big is that shoe? All right, so what we're looking at here is, let me see. There we go. So what we're looking at here finally is the temperature anomaly at about 5,000 feet up, and it translates to, are we warmer than normal at the surface? So we're into this weekend. Look at the warm blob up in Canada. They are going to be about 40 degrees warmer than normal. That's extreme. Now we're into next week, and we're still warmer than normal. We're into the end of next week. I showed you that's when we could be in the 50s. We're into next weekend, February 10th, 11th, 12th. February 12th, we're still warmer than normal. February 13th, February 14th, February 15th. And there are some other things that indicate, and this makes good common sense, folks, that after a long stretch of mild weather, we get some sort of balance, cool off. This would show us as being about 5 to 10 degrees colder than normal at the surface. So at that point, our normal highs are about 33, 34. So I certainly think that in the last 2 weeks of February, we probably better brace ourselves for, imagine this, a return back to some sort of wintry temperature on the way. But prior to that, we have a long duration, fairly extremely bizarre mild pattern with a lot of 40s in the afternoons coming up in the next week, maybe some 50s, and imagine that, some sunshine on the way. So find those sunglasses, enjoy it. It's what it is. If you're a winter lover, you just got to enjoy it, because fortunately we don't have any control over the weather. And if you're not a winter lover, you've got your dream come true coming here for about the next week to 2 weeks. Hey, thanks for joining me. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. This has been the MLive Morning Weather Update. Share it with your friends, please. Bye.